Dear friends, you may be a very promising with a definite chief aim in your life, backed by a burning desire for achieving greatness in your life, also having abundance of your capacity for applied faith, willing to go extra mile and never to yield. Still, sometimes you will feel that when you are getting things which you never liked it, obstacles, impediment, adversities, misfortune, they will be always dampening your spirit, and you will be blaming the circumstances, situations, and all the prevailing conditions around you. But I really enlighten you. Circumstances are only influencing you if you permit those circumstances. People who are trying to dominate you, it is only because you have accepted his dominance and you have surrendered yourself before him as your slave. So if you have a really resolved mind of greatness, success, empowerment, you will be always ruling the circumstances, conditions, and environment, and you will never be slave by such circumstances. And one of the great author, George Bernard Shaw, said, people blame their circumstances for what they are, but I do not believe in circumstances. The great people who come on this earth, they get on, get up, look for the circumstances they want, and if they could not found it, they made it. By virtue of the power of your mind, heart and soul, you can create your own circumstances and environment. I remember the conditions under which Napoleon was going to attack the enemy and become victorious. Then his commander came and told him, "Sir, the conditions are not congenial. The circumstances are not favorable." And then the great Napoleon roared and thundered and told, "If the circumstances are not congenial, I make it. Go get it, and you are going to win." That is the spirit. You have to create your circumstances and never surrender before such circumstances. That is the secret of greatness. You have to find out the solution of every problem, and you have never to surrender before such circumstances, because before your mighty power of will, determination, courage, conviction, and the burning desire and persistent continual action, you will transform every adverse circumstances into your congenial and favorable circumstances. In that context, I ask you a question. But do you really mean to say that outward circumstances do not affect your minds? And I say, and know it to be an infallible truth, the circumstances can only affect you insofar as you allow them to do so. You are swayed by circumstances because you have not a right understanding of the nature, use, and power of thought. You believe, and upon this little word belief hangs all our sorrows and joys. That outward things have the power to make or mar your life. By so doing, you submit to those outward things. Confess that you are their slave and they your unconditional master. By so doing, you invest them with a power which they do not of themselves possess, and you succumb in reality not to the mere circumstances, but to the gloom and gladness, the fear or hope, the strength and weakness which your thought sphere has thrown around you. Beloved friends, you will see they are same circumstances, but people with different mental attitude behave differently, and they become great in life. There is a story about two friends. Both have a very big balance in their banks, But in due course of time, the bank failed. One was miserable, lost hope, and he really became very sad, disappointed, discouraged. The other one was a different person. When he heard that news, he said to himself, well, it's gone, and trouble and worry won't bring it back, but hard work will do. Yes, dear friends. And he again started right from the beginning, the scratch, and very soon he was again a very rich man, a wealthy man. You see, the same circumstances. Both have been robbed because the bank has failed. But what happens? One with his mental attitude, which was a coward and weak, surrendered before the circumstances. And another one, a brave heart, a soul who never knew defeat in life, really turned the table. And the circumstances could not dampen his spirit. And by virtue of harboring a noble plan, a purpose, with determination, daring and willpower, transform a favorable circumstances. And again he was very well to do. Dear friends, I can tell you, you may be also facing trial, tribulations, adversities, misfortune in your life, and sometime it looked that you are never going to come out from those woods and miserable conditions. But if you have really a burning desire, a strong willpower, commitment, dedication, and you love your goal so much that you are willing to stake even your life for the attainment of your definite purpose, there will be definitely a light, there will be definitely a source of your hope, and you will be coming flying colors. So what I tell you, convert the circumstances in your favor by virtue of the power of the will, by virtue of your intelligence. Because you know, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can really achieve. You are what you believe to be. If you have a tremendous faith in your own power of the mind and the power of your will and also the infinite intelligence of the Supreme Lord, you are invincible, you are invictus. And you remember always the poem of William Hurst Henley. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank God, whatever he may be, for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced or cried aloud. In the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears, looms but the horror of shade, yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how stayed the gate, how charged with punishment they scroll. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. Roar like a lion, conquer the world. You are invictus, you are conquering the whole universe because you have belief in yourself. You have faith in yourself and never surrender before any kind of obstruction, hindrances, because they are the testing time of every great. Even Napoleon once decided to commit suicide. What to talk about you? There's these gloomy days, the dark moments. Everyone has to pass through it. But remember, night is followed by day. The fate of the wheel turns always. It is always upside down. And remember the immortal words of Croesus, who told to the king Cyrus of Persia. I am reminded, O king, and take this lesson to heart. There is a will on the affairs of man revolves, and its mechanism is such that it prevents any man from being always fortunate. So don't be disappointed. This line says a great story of hope, dream, daring, faith, conviction, that your circumstances may not remain uncongenial for long. You can transform every situations and circumstances in your favor. You can turn every stumbling block into stepping stones, and you will be successful. The peacocks are inspiring you. They are reminding you about the power of the nature, the universal cosmic force that is always backing the brave. The fortune favors the brave. And always be reminded, in the broad field of battle, in the world, broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not a dumb driven cattle, be a hero in the strife, and be guided. Lives of great men all remind us we can make our life sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Yeah, you can do it if you believe in yourself. And this is your friend Virendra Diyar, wishing you all the great success in life, and bye from now. Thank you very much.